this video, I am testing every first class seat on the world's worst rated airlines. We're talking terrible reviews, cramped legroom, and questionable luxuries. I am on a mission to find out if the cheapest first class seats are worth it. And I will be rating my experience based on comfort, amenities, and service. Now buckle up because things may get a little bumpy. I just arrived to the airport for my first flight, which is on Spirit Airlines. And despite what these reviews might say, I'm in high spirits. Okay, David says, there was a bat on my flight. Not sure why he needed to catch a ride from a plane when he can fly on its own. And since no one noticed the bat until after takeoff, the rest of the passengers and I had to battle our way through this 5-hour flight. Also, does anyone know how to treat rabies? Okay, David also attached a video of the bat flying through the plane. Let's check this out. Oh my god, what in the world? Honestly, if there's a bat on this flight, I'm gonna be in a really bat mood. Jordan says, my first class seat from hell. I paid $75 extra to get a first class seat when I should have put that money toward a therapist. They tried to tell me I didn't book first class, and when I confronted the staff, they said they had to talk to a supervisor. The supervisor says call customer support. Customer support says chat with an online agent, and the online agent says go f yourself. Whoa there, Tiger. Okay, why do I feel personally attacked by that review? Sherry says, it's like they took all the worst parts of flying and said, hey, let's make this worse. If you want to fly in a seat that's just slightly less uncomfortable than the rest, pay $75 for first class. As for the service, the flight attendants treat you like you're the VIP, as long as VIP means very idiotic person. Well, I guess for today I am VIP. But Sherry, did you need to call me an idiot? Kaylee says, Spirit's so-called first class is so bad I have to warn others. I've had more comfort sitting on a cactus. And yes, I've sat on a cactus before. I expected luxury, and instead, I got what felt like a cactus to the ass. I want a refund. I'm still recovering from the trauma. From the cactus, of course. Kaylee, no offense, but you sound frickin' crazy. Get it? Because, she kept talking about sitting on a cactus, and cactuses, have pricks, and... Okay, bottom line, I think I just paid $75 to endure an experience that is going to feel far worse than sitting on a cactus. But, of course, Spirit offers no refunds. So, can't turn back now. I headed into the airport with high spirits in hopes that some of these reviews would turn out to be untrue. But when I got to my gate, I could not believe my eyes. Oh, no, not in a bad way. I'm saying that because there's a Carl's Jr. right next to my gate. Who wants french fries? Me. Can I get a side of french fries? Yeah. Boarding starts at 2:48, and since I have first class, I get priority boarding. No big deal. Well, it is a big deal. I'm kind of a big deal. In spite of the many bad reviews regarding how late Spirit planes typically are, my flight was on time. Spirit 1, haters 0. Yeah, my first class seat is more like a first seat. Okay, maybe I'm being dramatic, but let me just show you my seat, okay? I think my seat reclines. That's a fake recline button. And yes, I brought a tape measure. Get over it. And my seat has about 12 inches of legroom. This tray table is actually kind of perfect for all of the free drinks and snacks that I probably won't get. The next thing I had to check was whether or not there were any bats on this flight. As I was looking around, I noticed this girl fighting with her boyfriend over text, and his response is far worse than this flight. Yikes. So it's been about 45 minutes into this flight, and they have not offered me a food or a drink yet. Oh, and we're actually arriving right now, and I did not get a food or a drink. As I sat and looked out the window, I thought about the fact that I could have spent my $75 on literally anything else. Now that I'm in Vegas until my next flight, I'm in desperate need of... No, wrong clip. I'm in desperate need of a slot machine. Yeah, I'm trying to win back the $75 that I spent on the first class. Oh. All right, here we go. Come on. Damn it. No, I lost. I'm here at the gate for my next flight, which is on Frontier Airlines. Their motto is low fares done right, except a lot of the reviews are about the low fares becoming overpriced. I paid double the amount of what I paid for my last flight, but I kind of want to double it and give it to the next person. Sam says, I paid $100 extra for a first class seat on this no-class airline. And when I asked for a blanket, the attendant told me, we don't do blankets. Oh, okay, just like how I don't do feet pics? Like, come on. Anyways, I spent the next 3 hours shivering in my seat, questioning all of my life choices, including my first marriage. And somehow, Frontier Airlines surpasses that in bad decisions. Sam, I'm gonna pretend like you didn't just compare a blanket to feet pics. Linda says, I swore I'd never fly Frontier again, but then they introduced business class. The only upgrade, a blocked middle seat. Yay! Let me list what's still the same. Seats harder than my high school math test. No plugs, no Wi-Fi, no entertainment, no vibes. Water? That'll be extra. Best part? The two tiny gremlins behind me, one kicking, the other screaming. And I hate kids. Okay. Anyone else scared of Linda? Raise your hand. Kathy said, flying Frontier is like signing up for a game show you didn't enter, where the prize is hidden fees and the challenge is surviving the flight. Oh, and there's no Steve Harvey. And I would without a doubt leave my spouse for that man. I paid extra for a first class seat, when in reality, it's just a normal row, but they block off the middle seat. Yes, you read that right. Final thoughts. Just walk. It's probably faster. Kathy. First of all, thank you for keeping it real. I am also in love with Steve Harvey. Rick says, flying Frontier is a lot like a relationship. Fun at first, but by the end, you've lost money, patience, and the will to live. Never again. And don't get me started on the tray tables. Alright, guys, let's help Rick get on a dating app or something, because I don't know if this is about the flight, or maybe Rick just needs to find somebody to love. Somebody to love.
First class boarding on Frontier's airline. Please proceed to your gate.
It's time. So obviously first class comes with priority boarding. I waited in that line for 20 minutes. I found my seat, and if you can't tell by my face, I was shocked. Okay, Frontier first class. The only thing they did was block out this middle seat. This is my imaginary friend, Frank. I tried to keep a positive attitude by reviewing the space with an open mind, but that was kind of hard, like my seat. That was me trying to look for the non-existent recline button. Yeah, these seats don't recline. It was time to test out whatever Rick was saying about the tray tables. Okay, Rick, I think I know what you were trying to say about the tray tables. They're incredibly small. To show you guys just how small this tray table is, I'm gonna show you some pictures with some different objects on the tray table. To show you guys how small this tray table is, here are some different objects on top of it. My measuring tape, Steve Harvey, the world's smallest woman, and the world's smallest waist. Yeah, that's a picture of me. The amount of legroom on my last flight was about 12 inches, but let's see how much legroom I have here. I paid more for less legroom. Make it make sense. As I sat in my seat, I began to feel a little bit chilly, so I decided to test out Sam's review and ask for a blanket. Excuse me? Can I have a blanket?
We don't have any.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, Sam, I now understand why you crashed out in your review. I am freezing, and they don't do blankets. Just like you don't do feet pics. I get it, yeah. Me too. I don't do feet pics. Whatever that means. And after getting denied a blanket, I decided to see if I could... Wait, I have to pay for pretzels? Like that wasn't included? As I sat here and ate the snacks that I had to buy, I was starting to realize it's not about the money you spend or lose, it's about the friends you make along the way. And I'm really glad that I met Frank, my imaginary friend that sat in the middle seat. Anyways, this flight is going so bad that I'm thinking, why not make it worse and go check out the bathroom? Come on, let's go. There's literal in the toilet. Okay, honestly, this flight has been so bad that I was low-key expecting there to be something gross in the toilet, and I was right. That's disgusting. And don't even get me started on this sink. Okay, so obviously no one on this airplane is washing their hands. Get me off of this plane. I've officially made it to Denver. I have to get to bed soon because tomorrow's flight is pretty early. Honestly, these flights have been really bad so far, and I have a feeling they're only going to get worse. Alright, I'm gonna get some shut-eye, and I will see you guys in the... Oh shit! I'm gonna be late! I made it! My next first class seat is on United Airlines, and people do not have the nicest things to say about United. United, we aren't. Anyways. Dave says, I'm usually a pretty relaxed, laid-back guy, so please take this review to heart. I was told by the lady that checked me in that my guitar would be handled safely, and she even put a fragile sticker on both sides on top of the first class priority sticker. On the plane, I looked out and happened to catch an employee not catch my guitar. Believe me when I say I'm going to write a very passionate song about my first class experience. And he actually attached a link to this review. Okay, yeah, Dave wasn't lying. Honestly though, how am I supposed to test out this review? Like, I don't play guitar and I don't have a guitar case just laying around. I brought one, of course. Leslie said, I was leaving from Denver, sitting in seat 1A, which is first class, by the way. I ordered the vegetarian chili polenta cake. Tasted like someone ate shit and then burped onto my plate. Everything tasted like burp. They probably won't serve this again because I told them that the cake left me with a crummy feeling. I know that was a pun, but trust me, I'm not laughing. Okay, so Leslie, did your food taste like this? But also, what a coincidence. I'm also seat 1A and I ordered the vegetarian chili polenta cake. I just realized that might not be a good thing. Hunger Games Lover 321 says, is this the Friendly Skies or a survival game show? Who needs in-flight entertainment, which by the way they don't have, when you can just watch the Hunger Games style battle for overhead bin space? I was in first class and still got treated like Katniss when Peeta threw the bread straight on her head in the rain. At United, the odds are never in your favor. They also attached a clearly edited photo to the bottom of their review. Jaylee says, 0 legroom. Seats so cramped I involuntarily became close friends with the stranger next to me. We are attending yoga classes together next week. I'm hoping to get stretched out real good. Is this necessarily a bad thing? I mean, I could use a good stretch. And maybe some friends. I headed inside to the bag drop desk to check in my guitar. I love being a guitarist because it strikes a chord with me. All right, have a good day. I wasn't the only one that brought a guitar. I made it to my gate so quickly that I was actually the first one there, until I realized I was at the wrong gate. Oh, shit.
We are looking for an Alexa Rivera. This is your last call to board.
I may or may not be entering the Hunger Games right now, but after my last flights, I don't think there's anything I can't handle. I settled into my seat and did the first class stare of disgust. Like, why do they always do that? And got ready to show you guys what first class comes with on this airline. But first,
I should have flown with someone else.
we've only been flying for a few minutes and they've already offered me a wet wipe, a cup of water, some headphones, and a blanket. Yeah, this first class is putting Frontier's first class to shame. Excuse me? Can I have a blanket?
We don't have
Okay, thank you. Also, Hunger Games Lover 321, I don't know if they just hated you or what, but I have in-flight entertainment.
Alright, well,
I'm gonna do the first class stare again. This is me to Hunger Games Lover 321. My seat comes with 16 inches of legroom. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be bringing out my food soon. Again, I ordered the vegetarian chili polenta cake, and we're going to see whether it tastes like... I'm about to measure the amount of space that I have between me and the stranger next to me. Sorry. Where are you headed to? Why would I say that? We're on the same flight, obviously headed to the same place. Thank you. So we have my vegetarian chili polenta cake. We have a banana pudding, a salad, and some bread. Please don't taste like burp. Please don't taste like burp. Alright, yeah, that review was pretty accurate. After the so-called meal, I had to use the restroom. Number 1, still, not number 2, okay? Even though I know how I said it made it seem like I had to go number 2. Okay, you all know what happened on the last flight, okay? There was poop in the toilet, the sink wasn't working. It was just disgusting, okay? Let's hope that when I open this toilet seat, there is not a surprise. Okay, now it's time to find out if the sink works. Well, this bathroom definitely passed the test. So there hasn't been as much Hunger Game action as I would like, but at least we know that if the Hunger Games was about trying to get your luggage into the overhead bin, I would not survive. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not very strong. I had it though. Like I could have gotten it. Like I didn't need the help. I had it. After a couple of hours, we arrived. And note, the guitar bag arrived with me. So far, it's been the best flight in the video. But watch until the end to see what true first class means. I had a quick stop in New York, but then headed straight back to the airport for my next flight, where I'd be saying, greetings from American Airlines first class lounge. Champagne, anyone? This is the most expensive flight of the video, so I have pretty high hopes. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, okay? I'm already a little bit disappointed because my flight was supposed to be at 5 p.m. and it got delayed until 10 p.m. I would be more upset about this, but I am a little bit drunk on champagne. This airline slogan is let good take flight, except none of these reviews are good. Carrie said, cashed in at 220,000 points for American Airlines first class. Expecting luxury, got a DIY metal torture device instead. My lie flat seat literally fell fell apart mid-flight. Then it jammed in some cursed half up, half down position like we were in a yoga class. The flight attendant tried to fix it and somehow broke my partner's seat too. American's response? A generous $100 credit. Never again. Okay, wait, Carrie, can we get a little more context here? Am I gonna, like, die on my flight today? I'm sorry, but I do not want to sit in a metal torture device for 6 hours. The fact that they only offered her $100 is a little bit concerning, but I hope that she put that money toward a lawsuit. John Loves Headphones says, American brags about their amazing noise-canceling headphones. Too bad they must be imaginary. I asked twice, got ignored twice. Maybe they're so noise-canceling that even the flight attendants can't hear me. Meanwhile, no coffee and no drinks were offered. For $1,500 one way, I expected something. Nope, just me, my thirst, and the distant sound of American laughing all the way to the bank. And then in parentheses they put, the only reason I can hear that is because I never got the noise-canceling headphones. But you know what, John? Since you love headphones so much, I am determined to get a pair, just for you. Anonymous Flyer 221 says, I arrived at the gate, excited to sink into my paid first-class seat, only to find out American had generously gifted it to someone else, like an airline Santa Claus, except I was the one getting robbed. Their solution? You can sit in economy. Oh wow, what a treat. I paid for a lie flat seat and got a knees in my chest, middle seat with a crushed pretzel experience instead. No apology, no refund, just a shrug and a policy is policy. Thanks, American. Next time, I'll just light my money and myself on fire for a similar experience. I might light my wife too, because why the f not? And then they typed, see you on the fight, grrr. Okay, Anonymous Flyer 221, I now see why your username has to be anonymous. I think you're crazy. But honestly, what did your wife do to deserve this? Aaron says, paid for first, got static and disappointment. The fancy in-flight TV, completely broken. I tried doing what I did for my ex-girlfriend and offered it emotional support. Still nothing. Flight attendant's response? A deep sigh and half-hearted, yeah, that happens sometimes. No attempt to fix it, no offer to switch seats, just bad vibes. Meanwhile, drink service was slower than my aunt that used to say, slow and steady wins the race. She died in a fire, by the way. And then it's edited 4 days ago, and he says, update, my aunt put me in her will. Things are going much better for me now. But let's just hope that my TV works, because I do not want to be having these dark thoughts that Aaron is having. But seriously, Aaron, I am sorry about your aunt. After hours of waiting and loitering around the airport due to a delayed flight, it was finally time to board. And at first glance, I was pleasantly surprised. Welcome. This is my seat for the next 6 hours, so yeah, I can lay back. One thing though is that there still will be somebody sitting next to me in this seat right here. Hopefully it's a cute boy. I know I may have just boarded, but I don't have any complaints as of right now, except for these guys taking their shoes off next to me. Everyone that doesn't subscribe deserves to go into the back of the plane. This is how I'm looking at everyone that's not subscribed. Well, Aaron and John Loves Headphones, it only took about 2 minutes before the flight attendant came over and asked if I wanted some champagne. Maybe they just didn't like you. Moment of truth. Y'all remember what Aaron said about the TV. It's time to see if this thing works. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Aaron, maybe you just didn't offer the TV enough emotional support. Like, all I had to do was, you are smart, you are kind, and you are confident. And you light up every room that you're in. Literally. My first class seat comes with a pillow and a blanket. It also comes with a pair of socks. I was just handed a hot towel. No big deal. Again, I am kind of a big deal. It also comes with an eye mask for when you sleep, a dental kit. Now, I don't need this, but I can think of one person who does. Thank you. Sorry about that. I was interrupted by the flight attendant who asked me if I wanted a linen for my tray table, to which I replied, of course, I am a bad bitch, aren't I? I'm kidding. I think I just said yes or sure. I don't remember. Anyways, let's get back to it. The seat also comes with earplugs. This is good, but I kind of wish the plane came with nose plugs, because if you don't remember from earlier, someone took their shoes off. A mini lip balm. And if you thought that was cute, look at this mini lotion. And unlike the other first class seats, this one fully reclines. It is a little awkward, like when it's reclining, like it's really slow. No, don't play back the clip. Everything was going great so far on my flight, but I wasn't ready to jinx myself until... Was this what Carrie was talking about? Now for the moment everyone's been waiting for. Actually, I don't know if any of you guys have been waiting for it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh my gosh. The seat is literally so big that my feet can't even reach the footrest. For reference, I'm 5'9". Okay, I'm 5'1". John loves headphones. I think I may have found what you were looking for. A pair of noise-canceling headphones. Okay, John loves headphones. Let's see if these are worth the hype. Did you say something? Huh? What? Noise canceling? Check. When my food arrived, I had to make sure that this doesn't taste like the vegetarian chile polenta cake. Yeah. I still haven't forgotten about that one. This is way better. Since this flight and the flight attendants are so good, I think I'm gonna ask for the most insane request and see if they bring it to me. Can I get an ice cream sundae? Of course. I'll do hot fudge and whipped cream. Thank you. What? I swear to God, if an ice cream sundae comes out looking delicious, I'm going to shit pants. Actually, no, I'm not, because I don't do that. Okay, guys, I waited until everyone in the cabin fell asleep so I could do this without being embarrassed. This is how I imagine Carrie after that review. I feel like this is an accurate representation of what Carrie was trying to say. Anyone else seeing stars? After a nap and a couple of snacks, we successfully made it to my final destination. Well, there you have it. I traveled around the country in every worst-rated airline's best seat. This video lifted my spirits. I ventured into uncharted frontier, came united with my first-class friend, or tried to, and jetted into my bright blue future. I don't know, I think I'm jet-lagged.